Welcome to... On tonight's Clubhouse Live, Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark is back and here to celebrate another Victory Monday. How about that win over the Rams? We'll get Kenny's thoughts on the big Packers performance in Tinseltown. We also have a very special surprise for Kenny that you will not want to miss. Plus, we're going to check out Kenny's golf game, well, sort of, as part of tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. Okay, it's time to get started. So, hey, Kenny, come on in.
Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Fox Club. As always, we're hanging out inside Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium. We're in Grand Chute, Wisconsin. This is the home of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, also the home to Clubhouse Live. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network, Wisconsin, and the Post Crescent. Hey, it's Victory Monday. How's everybody feeling tonight, right? Another W for the green and gold. We have a jam-packed show to get to. Boy, Kenny, you have no idea what's in store for you tonight. You have no idea what's in store for you tonight. But we're going to have a whole lot of fun. And we're already having fun with our high school team of the week. They are our high fivers. They greeted Kenny perfectly tonight. How about a big round of applause to the Xavier boys soccer team? There they are. The Hawks are here. Xavier having a fantastic season on the soccer field. We'll get to know them a little bit later on in the show. I know they're going to be kind of involved in some other ways as well. But let's start with this. How do you guys like Packers 24, Rams 19? How do you like that score? Well, the defense, they needed to come up with a stop, and the defense did come up with a stop, right? Forcing an incompletion on 4th and 5 from the Packers 38 to secure the win and lift Green Bay to 3-2 on the year. Very critical win for the Packers since it was their first against the NFC this season. The defense, 2 more takeaways for those guys, huh? How about that? And that included yet another interception by safety Xavier McKinney. How about this guy? Who now has picks in each of the Packers' first 5 games. He's the first Packers player to do so in team history with interceptions in his first 5 games with the team. McKinney also a fumble recovery. How about rookie safety Evan Williams, a game-high 10 tackles and 2 pass breakups. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, Jordan Love, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, both connections with our friend Tucker Kraft looking pretty good out there, right? He's a friend of the show. Offense finished with 350 yards. Kraft, by the way, 4 catches for a career-high 88 yards. The next task for the Pack, a tricky showdown with the Arizona Cardinals, a team that rallied to take down the 49ers. Another key NFC game coming up. But hey, Kenny's here, but look who else is here. Happy Vince is here. Happy Vince always smiling wide when the Packers win big football games, and most of all, he loves it when the players are here, right? He's back for another edition with us as our semi-regular co-host. It's Pro Bowl defensive tackle. He's sitting right over there. It's Kenny Clark, everybody. First, I want to thank our presenting sponsors, as I always do, Cellcom and then Local IQ. Cellcom is your local wireless carrier who keeps you connected to what matters most with a homegrown 5G network and extraordinary customer care. They are more than just a wireless carrier. They are technology with a heartbeat. Visit cellcom.com to learn more. And with over 20 years of digital marketing experience, Local IQ delivers results through cutting-edge innovation, now featuring AI-powered solutions to help you attract, convert, and retain more customers with their award-winning technology. So, all right, I don't want to do this because he's so smug these days, but it is when I have to introduce the other member of our Clubhouse Live crew. It is the one and thankfully the only Chicago Bears fan, Ricardo Arguello.
Love it. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Boy, you're so happy these days,
happy.
huh?
I'm happy.
I'm not used to seeing you so smiley this time of year. Usually you're kind of drowning in your sorrows.
I mean, my Bears are 3-2. It took them till week 10, I think, to win 3 games last year. So, yes, I'm a little happy. Hey, it's tempered, though, Brett. They just beat the Panthers. I mean.
Right. Well, I'm glad you realize that.
Yes, I do realize that. try to keep it, maybe they're a 500 team. I'll be happy.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that's shooting big for you, Ricardo. But enough about the Bears. Congrats to them and Caleb Williams. But I think people are more interested in how the show works.
Yes. Well, it's interactive. So if you are online somewhere, and Brett, they could be anywhere in the world right now checking us out. We never know, right?
Could be
billions watching us. I don't know. We invite your comments and questions through the live chat. That can be found on the tablet, your desktop, or on your phone. Just tap into there, give yourself a name, and get those questions over to me, and then I will relay those. Brett, I lost my light here.
Well, good, because we don't want to see you anyway.
I lost my spotlight, but we'll relay over those to you and Kenny.
That's what you get for being so smug, right? Some people, I think that's a Packers fan. I think it was Bob over here pulling the plug on your lights. So, or maybe it was a Mean Gene somewhere back there. Anyway, we're on Twitter. X Clubhouse Live is the hashtag. I'm at PC Brettsy. He's at Ricardo De Leon, and Kenny's at Casey Bout That Life. And please, as always, if you're on Facebook, give us a like at facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So as they try to figure out how to get Ricardo's light on, hey, Kenny, I got the Cardinals welcome mat for you. I want you to stomp those big size 19 shoes on that ugly logo because it is Cardinals week. Our guest tonight is in his 9th NFL season, all with the Packers. He was selected by the Packers in the first round of the 2016 NFL Draft. As I mentioned last time, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler, joining only Pro Football Hall of Famer Henry Jordan as the only defensive tackles in team history with at least 3 Pro Bowl nods. How about that for Kenny Clark? Tonight's guest has started all 5 games so far this season, has 12 tackles, and entered Sunday's contest ranked 3rd on the team with 9 next-gen stat quarterback pressures. He has 34 sacks for his career. That ranks 15th most in franchise history. He was one of the captains yesterday for the Packers, and he has some explaining to do based on what has transpired on the show since he was last on. Some of his teammates have told us some stuff or something like that. So look at him laughing about it. How about a big Clubhouse Live welcome for the Pro Bowler? He is Green Bay Packers defensive tackle number 97, Kenny Clark, everybody. Kenny Clark, he knows the rules, right? He knows the rules. Stomping all over that Cardinals welcome mat, and we are off and running. By the way, before we get started, kind of like you were here last time too, Kenny, we're giving away more tickets to Sunday's game, Miller Lite deck tickets. Somebody here is going home and going to Sunday's game. You must be present to register and win, so if you're watching online and you're close to Grand Chute, you better hurry up and get your name in the bucket. So that's how we do it. Kenny Clark, welcome back to the show. Look at this crowd, another fantastic crowd here tonight to see you and celebrate a big Packers victory. How are you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Coming off a great win against a really good football team. We played complimentary football and, stuck it out for 4 quarters. So that's all you can ask for.
Well, we're going to talk some football tonight. We're going to talk a bunch of stuff. But like I said, Kenny, before the end of the night, you're going to be going to bed tonight. Your head's going to be on that pillow. You're going to be a big old smile on your face about what we have in store for you here on Clubhouse Live. So I'm giving you fair warning. There's a lot of good stuff here for Kenny Clark. Are you a little nervous? Are you feeling? What are you thinking right now?
I'm good. I'm ready.
You're excited, aren't you?
Yeah.
The first thing is you get to tackle Ricardo. Go ahead, show us how you do it there, Kenny Clark. Show us how you do it.
I've got health insurance.
Yeah, you're going to need it with this guy drilling you to the ground. But how does Kenny Clark celebrate a victory Monday? Well, what are you doing to kind of look back?
I ain't really did much. I mean, I woke up, got some treatment in the morning. We got back at like 12:30. So, just got some rest, got treatment, got an ice tub, and relaxed.
That's life of a pro football player right there, right? Some treatment, some hot, some cold tubs. Ricardo, have you ever jumped in a cold tub?
When we have a really particularly tough live stream.
Yeah. Then
you and I both, don't we?
We got to relax, right?
Yeah.
Kind of just soak it all out and get ready for the next live stream. But, hey, you're from L.A. You're from the L.A. area, right? I guess right outside of L.A.
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino, yep. So a lot of friends and family there at the SoFi. Were they bugging you for tickets? How many tickets did you have to supply?
Man, I had about like 20 people there.
Okay.
It was a big trip. It was my birthday this past weekend, so they all came out and celebrated.
And I'm sure the complimentary tickets, right? You didn't have to pay a penny, right?
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah. A little expensive for Kenny Clark this weekend, right?
Yeah, it was an expensive weekend for sure.
Do you get time to visit? Or, I mean, you're there as a business trip, but do you get time like on a Saturday to friends and family?
Yeah, I had dinner with the family the night before, and chill with them for a couple hours, and then we had meetings that same night. So.
Okay, yeah, that's the way. You squeeze in as much as you can, right? So, this is your 9th season, right, with the Packers. So, a California kid from Southern California. How long did it take you to embrace this wonderful lifestyle? You're leaving the warm, sunny confines of Southern California, where the weather's always fantastic, right? And then you come here to icy, cold, desolate Northeast Wisconsin. How long did it take you to kind of settle in here?
Really about a year after my first year. My first time seeing snow wasn't until I got out here. So, driving in it and doing all that kind of stuff, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sliding everywhere and everything.
They didn't tell you to pump the brakes as you're going into an intersection,
exactly.
not just kind of, you got to pump them. You can't hold onto the brakes, otherwise you're in big trouble. So what's SoFi like? What's that stadium like? It doesn't even look like a stadium.
Man, it's beautiful. It's a nice stadium. That was my first time playing there. I went there last year for WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
Spent some time up there, but that was my first time playing in there. It was a real nice stadium. They did it right.
So what were your impressions? It sounded like, at least from us watching the TV broadcast, sounded like it was a lot of green and gold in the stands. Did it feel like a home game for you guys
definitely.
down there?
It felt like a home game. Like every play that was made, even when they were on offense, like they kind of had to go on the silent count a couple times in the fourth quarter as the game got closer. It definitely felt like a home game.
Here the Rams, are they kind of griping about it? Are they like a little sour that the fact that the Packer fans took over the stadium?
I feel like we do that everywhere, though. That happened in a lot of places. So.
Yeah, what do you think, right? Did you guys see that? Green and gold taking over. So you were one of the 3 team captains for Sunday's game. I'm sure that was an honor, especially being home, right? So how do you approach that role on game day? And then how would you describe your leadership style overall? Now that you're a grizzled veteran at the age of 29.
Yeah, you always embrace it. It's always cool to be the captain on game day and all that kind of stuff. I just lead by example. I think guys just respect, how I come in every single day. I'm the same person every day. I'm going to work, and I'm not going to steer nobody wrong. So, whether it's just communicating or me just simply just showing guys, how it's supposed to be done, whether it's taking care of your body, the stuff that you need to do on the field, or off of it, I'm all for it.
What's your go-to piece of advice when you're taking one of these young guys under your wing, right? Is there something you always let them know, some wisdom you impart on them?
Always just finding your routine first, because when your rookie year is really your longest year. You come in, you got the draft right after your college season. You going in and you playing, you preparing for the draft and all that kind of stuff, preparing for the combine and all that kind of stuff. You got agents hitting you up left and right, so it's a long year, and it's tough to find your routine, as you're going through all that stuff. So I'm just big on that, finding that.
So when you came into Green Bay, a 20-year-old, a rookie, right, at the time, who took you under his wing?
Definitely, I would say Mike D.
Mike Daniels?
Yeah, Mike Daniels, yeah, man. He was a great vet. Just, how he practiced, how he went about his business every single day. We all know his energy and everything he brought, to the building and to our organization. And just a great overall player. I looked up to him and watched him. Been watching him since I was in high school and in college and all that kind of stuff. And for me to play with him, it was awesome.
He's also a wrestler back in the day, right?
Too,
Did you guys ever scrap it or kind of grapple in the locker room?
Sometimes he used to try to he used to try to do little stuff like that, but he knows what's up. Mike D know.
Meaning that you're a little bit better than Mike. What's he doing nowadays? Where's Mike Daniels?
He's back in Jersey. He was out here for a little bit, but yeah, he's back in Jersey now.
Yeah, he was on our show a few times. Did you ever hear the infamous air conditioning story back in his college days?
No.
Hey, Ricardo, you remember that story with Mike Daniels and the air conditioning story with Mike
Right.
Hyde was part of that?
And he was very cheap.
Well, cheap for the rest of the house, like a lot of the Iowa Hawkeye football players were in the same house. And Mike Daniels, of course, was the king of the house, as Mike Daniels likes to always be the king of everything. Micah Hyde happened to be there and staying, and apparently it was a beastly hot day in Iowa City. And Micah Hyde didn't like the fact that Mike Daniels wouldn't turn the air conditioning on. So Micah Hyde just said, forget it, I'm turning it on. And well, next thing you know, there's Mike Daniels storming downstairs, yelling at everybody, turning the air conditioning back off. They go upstairs, and he's in his room with fans on. Some window unit is running in his room, and he's nice and cool as can be. That's Mike Daniels for you right there.
That sounds just like Mike D.
Yeah, Micah Hyde was still salty about that when he was on the show back then. So, well, I want to get back to the leadership topic because I was just kind of, doing my usual stalking of our guys, right? Everybody knows I do that. So, your general manager, Brian Gutekunst, had a really cool quote about you when you signed your contract extension this summer. This is what Goody said about Kenny Clark, quote, he's the model player that you want to build a program around, end quote. Now, how about that, right, from the GM saying that? So, what did that mean to you to hear that from your GM? That's a high praise.
Man, it mean a lot, you know what I'm saying? For Goody to say that, it's huge. And, it's just something I don't ever take for granted. Even being on the team, being a part of this organization. Like, I come in every single day to work and, to help this team get better. So, that's just a credit to what I've been doing.
So it's got a human nature, I think, right? If you hear your GM say that, then you have the contract extension. Oh, I got to do more. I got to do more. How do you avoid putting that extra pressure on yourself and just kind of being you?
Really it's just, it all come down to just being you, honestly. That's why you got paid or, you got drafted here or whatever the case may be, because you was, being you, nothing more, nothing less, And I think that's what the guys respect about the most about me. That's what everybody upstairs respects the most about me. And yeah, it's been paying off.
It definitely has. A few more things, Ricardo, and then it's going to be our audience questions of the night. But now let's get to the nitty-gritty here, Kenny. We've got some things to talk about. Now, a lot has happened on the show since you've been here.
I heard.
Yes. Yes, we've had some different guys that have been on, and we've had Rashawn Gary, Romeo Dobbs, and Carl Brooks. They've all been on since you've been on the show. And you know me, I'm just saying, hey, give me some stuff about Kenny Clark, right? Some nice stuff, maybe some stuff we can use against him, stuff that we can embarrass him by. Rashawn wouldn't say anything. He had your back. He wouldn't say anything. Okay. Now, Romeo, all he did, I just brought up your name and he started laughing. He just started laughing. Yeah, what was that all about? Why is he just laughing when I just say Kenny Clark?
I don't know. I don't know what he's laughing about.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing?
He didn't say nothing. He just started laughing. And then he said, I got nothing. But then you could tell there was something there. But Carl Brooks came up with something last week.
Okay.
Carl Brooks had a big game yesterday, didn't he, right?
Yeah.
Carl Brooks. He had something really juicy for us when he said that we should tell you, Kenny, that he is better at the NCAA football video game than you are. That's what he said.
Oh, wow.
How do you respond to such serious allegations?
KV.
Huh?
Did you ask him who won the last game he played?
I didn't know what to say. I wanted to put it on you first. He's watching the show right now.
Next time he come back on, just ask him who won the last game we played.
All right.
That's all.
Oh, well, he claims that he is better than you. I'm guessing you play as UCLA in that game? That's your team?
Yeah, I play with UCLA and Alabama. They're my teams right there.
Alabama right now.
Yeah, Alabama. I like their quarterback, Milroe.
Yeah. You had that Alabama-Georgia game the other week. You watched
that was crazy.
Well, are you staying away from your alma mater of UCLA because they're 1-4 on the season, Kenny?
Man, it's bad right now. All right, yeah. We had a little gauntlet. We had Oregon, LSU, and Penn State back-to-back. I'm like, oof.
Hey, you got the Minnesota Golden Gophers now coming up, and they just beat USC. And watch out for Goldie.
Ooh, okay.
Watch out for Goldie.
They're going to get smacked on, though. So shout out to the Bruins.
All right. We have also this, Kenny Clark. We have a very damning piece of video to show you. Now, before you put it on, Rosie, hold on. Now, the last time you were here, we had a Clubhouse Live challenge, right? You remember you were trying to throw ping pong balls in the pails.
How did everybody else do? Did everybody?
Well, let me tell you, Kenny.
Yeah. Let me know. How did everybody else do?
You got the first 3, but missed the 4th. I think you missed the 4th like 10 times in a row.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Before we had we wanted to try to see if Rashawn can do it because you guys are our kind of regular co-hosts. You're both here once a month, so I thought let's check with Rashawn. Now we told Rashawn what had happened to you, and he laughed. All right, he just kind of laughed and said it was no big deal, and he said it kind of figures that you wouldn't get the all 4 pails. So Rosie, can you put the video up of Rashawn going for pail number 4 there? Look at that. That's it. Did you see that? Can we play that again real quick, Rosie? One more time, Rosie, so Kenny can see it. This is how nonchalant Rashawn Gary did when he was going into pail. Look at that. Piece of cake. He got it into the 4th and final pail.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was the first try.
First try.
Wow.
You tried 10 times
I
and missed
tried
every
10,
time.
Yeah. That was tough for me. I tell you that.
What does that mean? What does that tell you?
Hey, that he better at throwing the ball on the pin. I get it. I don't know.
It's as simple as that, right? Well, Rashawn Gary, maybe we'll try it a little bit later on in the season. You can practice it. Last thing, Rosie, though, we do need some breaking news music if you don't mind. We're going to break some news again on Clubhouse Live, ladies and gentlemen. We have come up with a nickname for Kenny Clark. Our Clubhouse Live nickname has been determined. What do you guys think of that? Yes.
Uh-oh.
Again, you and Rashawn Gary are semi-regular guests this season. We gave Rashawn the nickname Superman because he always wears the glasses off the field. He comes across like Clark Kent, right? Real mild-mannered. Then he gets on the field and he's like, rips everything off and he's flying around and he's Superman.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out something for you. And is Betty Harris here tonight by chance? Is Betty Harris? Where's Betty Harris? Right over here. I saw this on our Facebook page. Betty Harris said that while watching the game last night, yesterday I should say, her and her 11-year-old nephew, Will, they came up with the idea of you look like a freight train out there. So I thought, Kenny the Freight Train Clark. How do you guys like it?
I like that.
How do you guys like it?
I like that.
I thought that's good.
Yeah.
So that is how Kenny is Rashawn Ricardo is Superman. Kenny is the freight train. I like it. What do you guys?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kenny? Are you happy with
good.
that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy
Yes,
with that.
all right.
That's a good name right there.
So credit.
I gotta do that in my next sack celebration right there.
Yes, I want to see some T-shirts and all that good stuff. The freight train, Kenny Clark. By the way, I asked Rashawn if he had some nicknames for you. He said he had plenty for you, but he was not. He couldn't share it because this is a family show.
Same.
So
I got something for him too.
he's got some. They all got some strange.
Yeah, I got something for him too.
I tell you what, let's kick it over to Ricardo. You got some members of our high school team of the week for some audience questions.
Yeah, from the Xavier boys soccer team, we got a couple questions here for Kenny. This is Noah. Noah, what's your first question for Kenny?
What advice do you have for our team as we head into playoffs next week?
They're heading into the playoffs, yeah.
Heading into the playoffs, man, just be you. Whatever that got y'all there, stick to that. Don't do nothing more, nothing less. Like, y'all there for a reason, and have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and just be you.
Great advice.
Right, great stuff.
Question.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Noah. Kellen.
Somebody else from the Xavier boys soccer team.
This is Kellen, and his question for Kenny. Go ahead, Kellen.
What music do you listen to before your games to lock in?
What music? Right now, I'm listening to the new Future album right now. Yeah, that Future album is a good one.
Future.
Yeah, there we go, Pulowski. There we go.
He knows it.
There we go. They know what's up. Yep.
Good stuff. All right. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Kellen.
you, guys. Thank you.
And
Appreciate
Brett, we do have one
we have
audience
another
question from
yes.
Tracy. Tracy
Good.
has a question for Kenny. Here you go.
When a key guy in a different phase of the defense goes down, like Jair, and it's known he's going to miss a game, does it affect the entire defensive game plan, or is it just expected that the next guy up is going to fill that role?
I mean, I think it depends on the teams that we play and the matchups that we have. So yeah, depending on whoever's in and all that kind of stuff, it can change up coverages or how we attack the run game or rotations or whatever the case may be. So I mean, really anybody going out, you kind of gotta figure a way to to help the whole defense out. Because it can be tough depending on who it is.
Great question.
Great question.
Yep,
Thank you, Tracy.
How about the
Thank
freight
you.
train? How about the freight
Thank you,
train with
Noah.
those
Thank you,
answers
Kellen.
right now? I like it, the freight train. All right, guys, we're going to take a timeout, and it's time for tonight's Stat Pack. Check this out. Sunday's victory was the Packers' first over the Rams in the state of California since December 18th, 1966. Right? That's a long time ago. 1966. That's even before my time, Kenny, and I'm getting
that's
old.
crazy. Wow.
Also, Matt LaFleur's Packers are now 5-0 against Sean McVay's Rams, so the pupil now with a clear edge over the teacher, and Green Bay has beaten the Rams in 5 straight contests. So there you go. Ricardo, we're moving on to trivia. We're doing that again tonight, right?
We do, but we have some rules. So first off, we will ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Don't shout it out. You're just helping someone else. And if you're correct, you win what, Brett?
Got some great gifts again from the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Check this Jackson Churio bobblehead out, right? A superstar in the making right now. Love it. Used to play here with the Timber Rattlers, and a shirt and a hat as well, courtesy of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
But Brett, once you win, you're out for the rest of the show. And sorry, live chatters, you got to be here to win.
I'm asking the first question. Kenny, I need you to see who raises his or her hand first. Here we go. Packers wideout Jaden Reed has 2 games this season in which he has posted at least 135 receiving yards. That's tied for the second most such games by a Packers player over the first 4 games of the season. Who holds the team record with 3 such games? Hint, he is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Right there.
We know, right? Who are we looking at? At this table right here? Not Jordy Nelson, not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame yet. We're talking way back. Wait, this guy right here. Yes, sir. Oh. Not James Lofton. This guy in the beard right here. Don Hudson, come on up and get your Jackson Churio bobblehead. He gets the belt. Don Hudson. Freight train, I'm going to let you give that Jackson Churio bobblehead to this guy right here. Yes, Don Hudson. Ricardo, the second straight week we've opened our trivia contest that had number 14 as the answer. Hudson did that in 1942. He also did it twice in 1945, while James Lofton, another Pro Football Hall of Famer, did it twice in 83. So Reed is tied with Hudson and Lofton. Reed 138 receiving yards in Week 1 against the Eagles and 139 yards against the Vikings in Week 4. So,
Shout
all
out
right.
to Jay Reed with that catch, too. That catch was amazing.
Well, I'm going to ask you about that here in a second. Hold your
Oh,
thoughts.
oh
Don't get ahead of me on my script there, Freight Train, all right?
I ain't seen nothing like
He's
that.
just barreling right through Brett like a freight train.
He is. Let's put on the brakes here, Freight Train, all right?
bad,
We're going to
my
talk
bad.
about that here in a little bit. Let's start out with this, though. Rosie, we need our Clubhouse Live GIF of the night. What do we have here? Yeah, that's Kenny. That's the Freight Train. Look at him. Look at you. You're kind of doing your happy dance, which is what everybody was doing, all the Packers fans, after you took down the Los Angeles Rams, right? So, especially when you got that stop. But I tell you what, Kenny, a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get them, right?
A win is a win. I take him however we can get him. Yeah, it don't matter what it is.
Can you explain to everybody how hard it is to win consistently in the NFL week after week?
Oh yeah, it's tough. I mean, just the weekly, preparation and everything that goes into it. It's a lot. To come out and be able to, to stop these offenses, to stop these teams. So, it's tough to win in this league.
Especially against a Rams team that was desperate. I mean, 1-3 coming in, they're banged up. I mean, they're playing basically not for their lives, but they don't want to get in too deep of a hole.
1-4, yeah.
Absolutely. So, well, what did you like about the overall defensive performance as you look back at it? And what still needs some work? I mean, there's always stuff to work on, right?
I think we did a pretty good job overall. I mean, they scored what they had 19 points on us, and I mean it was a really good game. I feel like they bled us for yards in the run game. We got to just tackle better. I feel like we were in the right positions and all that kind of stuff. Just got to make the plays that come to us, and I think we rushed the passer well. Got 2 more turnovers and was +1 in the turnover battle. So I think we playing really good defense, and we got to just clean up the little stuff. We got to tackle, and get the guys on the ground.
You're kind of cheating yourself. You actually only gave up 13 points because
13,
of the pick six. I mean, you got to tell Jordan Love knock that stuff off because it makes it look makes it look a little bit worse for the defense than what it was. But I got to ask you this: what is this trend with? Seems like you kind of maybe get off to slower starts and then second half comes and you're impenetrable, right? I mean, well, first of all, what kind of a halftime speech is Jeff Hafley giving as you guys get going, because it worked against the Vikings and now it worked against the Rams?
Honestly, we didn't have no type of adjustments or nothing. I mean, it was just really just, I mean, we right where we're supposed to be. We got to just tackle better, and I think we did a lot better job tackling. And you know, we got timely sacks, and you know, X had a great interception. JJ got a good punch out on the ball. Just got timely turnovers and made plays.
So how do you guys start faster as a defensive unit? Is it just like what you're just talking about right here? We just start tackling a little bit better from the outset?
Yeah, I mean, that first drive, I think we had like a fourth down stop and stopped in that first drive. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we right in the right spots and all that kind of stuff. We got to just make the plays that come to us and just be better situationally.
How do you think things are coming along as a defensive front now that you're starting to kind of get into a rhythm, right? Get into a rhythm of how Jeff Hafley calls a game and just his scheme, and how's that all coming together right now?
I think it's coming together good. I mean, I think the last game we doing a better job is just trusting each other as a defensive line, especially up front with the rush lanes and all that kind of stuff. And we were able to really rush together. We've seen a lot of guys get sacks yesterday. You know, Coop had a sack. You know, KB had like 1.5. P had a half. Like, we were doing a great job of pressuring them, hitting them, and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, more is to come. You know, we got to just keep on attacking it each and every day, and you know, it'll all work out.
Kind of asked Carl Brooks this last week too, but there is a feeling out process though, right? I mean, you're just not. I mean, it's a new scheme, new coordinator, some new guys on defense, right? We're going to talk about some of these new guys, so. Takes a while, but I mean, you like the trend. I mean, is it? I mean, you've had some injuries with Jair Alexander and Devontae Wyatt, obviously one of you guys on the defensive line. But generally, are you happy with the direction everything is headed with this overall group, not just the defensive front?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy in the direction that we're going. You know, we leading the league in turnovers. You know, we playing good scoring defense. Doing a good job rushing the passer, and you know, we didn't play some pretty good quarterbacks, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited about, you know, the direction that we're going in, and yeah, like you said, it is a new defense, and it is a lot of, you know, pieces that's, you know, learning this defense, you know, learning our new coaches, everything. So we've been doing a really good job of just adjusting to everything and constantly improving, you know, each and every week.
Yeah, it seems like you're kind of zeroing in as the weeks go on, but you mentioned takeaways. 14 takeaways for this defense already. How about that, right? That leads the NFL. You know, what's interesting, though, is you're number one in the NFL, and then the NFC North is dominating. The Vikings are second with 13. The Bears, of all teams, have 11 takeaways. Ricardo, what's going on with the Bears?
I don't know if you know this, but traditionally the Bears are known for defense. So
I didn't know they were known for anything other than L's. A lot of L's for Chicago over the years. But why? Easy now, take it easy. But why so many takeaways? Is it the new scheme that's creating these opportunities, or just opportunities are there and guys are seizing on those?
I honestly, I just feel like it's just how we practice. We preach it, you know, every single day. We have meetings about it. It's just installed in us, honestly. And you know, you're gonna get what you ask for. You know, it's something that we've been talking about for years, is being able to get the ball out and, you know, create more turnovers and all that kind of stuff. And you know, we've been really just approaching it the right way every single day. And you know, whether it's at practice, in a game, you know, taking punches at the ball, high pointing the ball, and you know, like rushers, every drill we do, we you know, we rushing the passer, we trying to get the ball out. So there's so many things that we do that, you know, that just got our mind, you're just worried about the ball.
Let's talk about some of these new additions to the defense. We've got to start with Xavier McKinney, right? We got to start with this guy, number 29.
What a baller.
Well, listen to this. The first player in Packers history with picks in his first 5 games with the team, right? As I said, and he's the first player since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger to have interceptions in his first 5 games with the team. He also ties Irv Comp for the team record of 5 straight games with an interception. Comp did that back in 1943. So McKinney's rewriting the record book. But describe him. Give me one word to describe his play and what he's meant to the defense right now, Kenny.
Man, he's meant everything, man. I mean, since he's first got here, though, he's just so intentional about his work. His walkthroughs, everything he do, he just been intentional. He practiced the right way. So I mean, it's no surprise, for all the stuff that's coming his way, and he's making the plays that's coming to him. So I mean, he's doing a great job. He's locked in, and he's on fire right now. So.
Yeah, he was there too with the fumble recovery after Inigbari knocked it out. And you know how, like we talk about winning consistently, but it's tough to create turnovers consistently, right? So I think you can appreciate the streak that he's on, 5 straight games
tough.
with picks.
That's hard to do. 5 picks in 5 straight games, it's unheard of.
When are we going to see you get a pick, huh? When are you going to?
It's coming.
How about a pick 6 for the freight train, right?
I like that. It's coming.
You know what you should do when you get one? You're running down the sideline and just start saying choo 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 choo, right? Like the freight train, right in front of the visiting the other team, right? Huh? Little high step into the end zone.
Good little high step.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah.
Yes, I would like to see that. Well, I tell you, let's some other impressions. Let's talk about this guy, Edrin Cooper. Huh? How about that guy out there, right? Very effective blitzer right now for Hafley. 13 tackles, a sack and a half on the season. And he had 5 tackles, a sack, and a pressure against the Rams. Tell me a little bit something about this guy.
Man, Coop, man, just great, man. He's been doing a great job of just learning the defense and coming in and just getting timely stops for us. He's been doing a great job in our blitz packages. Coach has been using them in different ways. And, him and Quay been playing off each other with that. And it's been great for our defense and allowing us to just get offense different looks. And his speed is just unmatched out there, for being a linebacker. He's one of the fastest players on the field every time we step out there. So, his speed is unmatched. So he's definitely a difference maker when we got him out there.
Let's talk about a couple of those guys in the back end. Let's start with those rookies. Evan Williams, how about this guy making plays? 10 tackles against the Rams, and he had the pass breakup to clinch the victory. Mm-hmm. Just seems unfazed. He almost seems like a veteran back there.
Yeah, it's not a time I haven't seen him make a play. Since he's been here, since OTAs, he's been picking off the ball, punching out the ball, getting past deflections. He's been on fire since he's been here. So it's no surprise, for how he's been playing and the things he's been able to do on our defense.
And then Javon Bullard, another of those great rookies back there, right? He looks like a missile. 8 tackles against the Rams, 28 already on the season. Your thoughts on this kid?
Man, same. I mean, a guy that just came in and been working, been intentional about his work, and he knocking heads off out there. So, man, I love Bull, man. I love how he play. I love his style of play and how physical he is.
What's the ceiling with these guys? I mean, there could be a special draft class the way it's turning out.
Really, man. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I mean, it's a lot of work to be done still, and we all still learning and everything, but we got some really good rookies for sure.
A couple more things, and Ricardo, it's your turn for our social media question of the night. But let's take a quick peek now at the Arizona Cardinals, right? Another very athletic, dangerous, dual-threat quarterback, Kyler Murray. I'm just kind of wondering, how has playing quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, Anthony Richardson, who are very dangerous with their legs as well as their arms, does that kind of prepare you a little bit more in facing a guy that's as dangerous as Kyler Murray?
Yeah, definitely. Playing somebody like Kyler, you got to make sure your rush lanes are on point, because he can run around, everywhere. So as a defensive line, our attendance got to be up every single play, with our rush lanes. We can't let him start extending plays and, start extending plays and having our DBs have to, cover guys for a long period of time. We got to get after them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out at Lambeau Field on Sunday. Although it looks like there might be a little bit of a chill in the air coming at Lambeau after this little bit of a heat wave. So they're not going to be used to that cold weather Kenny. Now we can finally talk about what you wanted to talk about, that dime from Jordan Love to Jaden Reed, right? We have reached the point of the
there we
script,
go.
Kenny. 53-yard hookup. How about that pass yesterday? That might have been...
That was a dime.
Might have been one of those where you're like, no, because there's, and then, yes, that's fantastic. What a throw, what a catch.
I'm looking the whole way. I'm like, nah, there's no way. He just come up with the ball. I'm like, that's a dime. Like, oh my God. That was a hell of a ball, hell of a catch, like the focus, to be able to catch that ball, like that was crazy.
What was better, the throw or the catch? I mean, the ball was right there on the throw.
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
triple coverage.
Yeah, the ball was right there. He didn't have to really, I had to say the throw because the ball was just right there. Like, it was a perfect play.
It was, and you guys can appreciate that, right? Even in the course of a game, because you know how hard that is. I mean, you know it because you see it in practice, you see it in games every week.
Nah, I mean, just sitting there watching that. I mean, it just hype you up. It excites you. Just watching your teammates go out there and make plays like that, and just we just know how hard those guys work, and for them to come out there and make plays like that, it's always exciting.
Yeah, good stuff. How about the freight train here tonight? Barreling through the script, like Ricardo said. All right, Ricardo, I'm going to kick it over to you. You have tonight's social media question of the night.
That's right. Jody Ralston on Facebook, she wants to know, do you have any game day rituals? And if so, what are they?
Any game day rituals? Not really, no. I mean, I get up, get ready for game day. I wake up energized and ready to go.
That's it. He's
Simple.
ready.
There you
That's
go.
his ritual right there.
That's
He
my
gets
ritual
up.
right there.
He gets up. He's ready to tackle somebody. Yes. There you go. Well, for having her question selected, Jody wins a signed photo of Kenny Clark. Each week, we'll ask you to submit a question for our guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Ricardo, you're going to ask trivia question number 2, right?
That's right. I need both you and Kenny to look out in the crowd to see who raises their hand first. Here we go. Up next for the Packers is a home matchup with the Arizona Cardinals. This former Packers tight end was on the receiving end of a 72-yard touchdown catch during Green Bay's 31-17 win over the Cardinals in 2012. Who was that tight end?
Is this right here, this guy right here? You got it, Tom Crabtree. Come on up, get your prize. You got a couple things coming. A hat and a T-shirt, courtesy of the Timber Rattlers. Kenny, I'll let you give him those great prizes. Ricardo, the Puma, our original co-host, Tom Crabtree, former tight end. He was our co-host during the 2012 season. And, he did most of his work on that because he caught the ball at the Packers 44 and then raced to the end zone from there. We called it the bobblehead catch on the show because Crabtree's head was just bouncing back and forth as he's running down the field because he thought he was going to get caught by one of those Cardinals defenders, but he made it to the end zone. And by the way, Tucker Kraft's 66-yard TD against the Rams, that was the longest by a Packers tight end since Crabtree's memorable score. So how about the Puma tonight? He's watching from Florida. And by the way, hopefully the Pumas, everything's safe and sound. They got another bad hurricane barreling into Florida, so hopefully he's doing okay. All right, guys, Rosie, I need some music. It is time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. It's sponsored by Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, your center for dental excellence. Voted Reader's Choice Best Dentist, Best of the Bay in back-to-back years. Let Dr. Sebastian and his team of professionals help you achieve your dream smile. Kenny Clark, we're going to put you on the spot again, my friend.
Oh, I'm up again?
Look at this. I got something here. Mike, you want to help me out with this? We're going to kind of roll this out. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
All right, so we're going to roll it the other way. No, I'm sorry, Mike. Come on this way and roll it out that way. My mistake. So this is what we're going to do, Kenny Clark, and let me get this out for you. We're going to call this game Packers Putt-Putt. Packers Putt-Putt. Let me just kind of kick it out here. And this is what we're going to do, Kenny Clark. Right there's the cup. Let me kind of get this straight. Now, first of all, you can sit down. We can relax a little bit because I have a set of questions for you. It's called Packers Putt-Putt.
Okay.
You can kind of see. We got the putting green from our guy Rosie back there, so we appreciate it. The object is simple, Kenny Clark. All you have to do is knock in the putt to win some great prizes for tonight's contestant, who happens to be sitting right here. It's Crazy Ashley Bellin, everybody. So where you could putt from, though, could make this a little bit trickier. You might have to putt all the way at the end, or you could be super, super close, almost at where the cup is, right?
Okay.
I'm going to ask you 4 random sports questions. Each question you answer correctly moves you closer to the cup. And as you can see, you could be putting pretty close based on where I have the tape marked for this game. Or you could be putting like almost at the back, and I don't think you want to do that. How's your golf game? How's your putting stroke? Are you pretty good?
I'm not good at golf.
Are you better than the bucket game? Are you better than the pail game?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Well, this is going to be interesting. So, well, here's what you could. This is what you're going to try to win for tonight's contestant, Crazy Ashley. We've got this cool Packers mini football right here, courtesy of our friends at Shields. They're sitting right over there, ladies and gentlemen. Also, these cool Packers socks, courtesy of our friends at Shields. Okay. We also have the signed photo of Kenny Clark, the freight train. You got to start signing at the freight train.
Freight train, I like that.
Guys, there is a chill in the air. That means it's time for the USA Today Network Wisconsin Ice Scraper. It's back. You got an ice scraper for your car? You got one for your car? You're going to need it pretty soon.
Yeah. We're going to need them all. Yeah, we're going to need it soon.
So that's how we're going to do it. So first I'm going to ask you 4 questions. Each one you get correct, you're just going to keep moving closer and closer to the cup. All right? Are you ready to go? Now,
Yes, sir.
Random sports questions. Question number 1, Kenny Clark. We are hanging out at Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium, which is the home ballpark to the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Which major league team are the Timber Rattlers affiliated? Who is their major league affiliate?
Brewers.
Kenny got it. The Brewers is correct. Yes.
There we go.
And like so many of our guests, Ricardo, they just pull the answer out of thin air. It's amazing. It just comes to them. It's amazing how smart these guys are when it comes to random trivia. Question number 2, your teammate, A.J. Dillon. All right. I should say these are random Wisconsin type questions too. So your teammate, A.J. Dillon, is considered the mayor of what Wisconsin county?
Door County.
He got that one. Yes, that's right. Look at, you're already moving closer and closer to the cup, Kenny Clark. Okay. Yeah. Question number 3, higher or lower? Packers players have won 7 Associated Press MVP awards. Is it higher or lower? 7. Is it higher than 7 MVPs overall?
Higher?
Yes.
Yeah,
Kenny Clark got it.
All right.
Now you're starting to feel pretty confident about your putting stroke, aren't you?
Yeah, now I'm good.
Did you know the Packers have won 10 Associated Press MVPs? That is the most in league history, Ricardo. Aaron Rodgers has 4, Brett Favre 3, Paul Hornung, Bart Starr, and Jim Taylor each 1. Here you go, final question. What exercise does Bucky Badger do after the Badgers score a touchdown, field goal, or safety?
Push-ups.
Yes, Kenny Clark, push-ups is right.
There we go.
That is incredible. Did you know the number of push-ups Bucky does corresponds with the number of points on the scoreboard? So he can have, I think there have been some games where he has to do 500 push-ups if they were like 50-some points in a game.
Wow.
You start looking like me, right? A little bulked up, a little beefy, right? Then when you start doing those. You know, because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to give you a bonus question to basically, I'm going to let you put the ball wherever you want it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to let you put the ball wherever you want it. Here's your bonus question. In what year did the Brewers make their only World Series appearance, Kenny Clark?
1982.
How did you know that? 1982 is correct, Kenny Clark. The Brewers lost to the Cardinals in 1982. We don't want to talk about it. But Kenny Clark, ladies and gentlemen, how about that? So here we go, Kenny. Here is a putter. Here is a golf ball. Because you got that, all 4 questions and the bonus question, you can put the golf ball, you can't put it in the hole. You can put it wherever you want near the hole, and then all you got to do is putt it in. And Crazy Ashley here in Packers putt-putt wins the prizes. Now hold it, Kenny. Hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Kenny Clark can redeem himself after failing miserably at Packers Pale-Palooza? Okay, Kenny, here you go. He got it. He got it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let me take that before you wrap it around my neck, Kenny, because you're probably tired of these games already. But hey, Rosie, how about some championship music tonight? Because Crazy Ashley is going home with a mini football courtesy of Shields, the socks courtesy of Shields, the signed photo, and the ice scraper, Crazy Ashley. You are going home with that as well. How about Kenny Clark?
There you go.
You made it look easy.
Make sure y'all tell RG where I made the shot from too.
When he's on, I'll tell you made it from the very
right there.
far end, right? Yes, sir. I'll see if RG can do that. So, good job, Kenny Clark. We've got a few more things to do before we wind down. But hey, Ricardo, not only is Kenny a very special guest tonight, but we have some other special guests, right? They are our high school team of the week. It's the Xavier Boys soccer team, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. There they
Hey,
are.
Ricardo, tell us all about the Hawks.
Yes. Well, listen. When you think about great soccer programs in our area, Xavier is always near the top. They're off to a sensational start. They're ranked 4th, Brett, ranked 4th in Division III in the latest Wisconsin Soccer Coaches Association state poll. They're 2nd in the Bay Conference, 5-1-1. They have a huge game coming up next week against West Appear, right, guys? That West Appear, by the way, leads the conference, Brett. So that's a conference title implications.
Yes.
There. Xavier is coached by Modesti Roomba. Did I say that right? Close enough. Okay. Yeah. Now, Coach couldn't be here tonight, right? But the players are here, the assistant coaches, some parents here as well, Brett. Their goal is to make it down to Uline Soccer Park. You know what's at Uline Soccer Park in Milwaukee?
What's that?
The state championships for soccer. They got a real great chance of doing it. We want to wish them the best of luck because the postseason starts next week. The journey to Uline starts next week, Brett.
There we go. How about a big round of applause for the Hawks? Playoffs start already? I mean, we just got into fall.
I know,
How
right?
crazy is
It's going
this?
quick.
And it feels like summertime outside still, so it's crazy how fast things go. But congratulations, guys, on a great season so far, and hope you guys end up down at Uline Soccer Park here in the weeks to come. So, all right, we've got some more things to do, Kenny, before we send you on this on your way and get ready for the Cardinals. Now, rumor has it, I think you kind of alluded to it, you had a little birthday recently, right? This guy had a birthday on Friday. How about that?
Big 29.
Kenny Clark, 29 years old already, huh?
29.
We're watching him grow up right before our eyes here in Titletown. One more year of the 20s, then you got the 30s, then you got the 40s, and then when you get in the 50s like I am, everything starts going haywire, okay? It is an absolute truth. Weird stuff starts happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to stop it, other than it's father time. But did you do any cool gifts from the family when you were in California?
So all my gifts got delayed. They had shipped them off from California. So after this, I'm going to open them. But, I had spent time with the family on Saturday. And, just hung out, went to Mastro's, just got something to eat, and just spent time with them.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, I tell you what, Kenny, we've got a present for you. We got 3 presents. Let me do present number 1. Okay. There's always, you talk about weird stuff, there's always weird stuff under this desk, right? You never know what I'm going to come up with. But this is a birthday present to you. This is the Mean Gene Clubhouse Live bobblehead for Kenny Clark. Right there, Mean Gene, our guy, our unofficial mascot. That is for you, and Kenny, I want to see that in your locker, okay? So when we see you interviewed, I want to see Mean Gene right behind you in your locker. From here on out, he's going to bring you good luck.
There we go.
All right?
I got you.
Present number 2, if you can look on the monitor. Are we ready for this, guys? Check it out. We've got some birthday cake for Kenny Clark.
Oh, there we go.
That, we're wheeling it in right now. Everybody is invited to stick around and have a piece after the show, okay, after the show. And that is courtesy of our friends Crazy Ashley and her mother Debbie and Todd and Carol First right up there at this table. They brought the cake for everybody to enjoy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Which one are you going to dive into, Kenny? Which one? Chocolate or vanilla? Which one, Kenny?
Vanilla.
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 Freight train, he's going to take the whole cake with him on the ride home. And last but not least, how about everybody just maybe yell a nice big happy birthday to Kenny Clark? You want to do that? 1, 2, 3, let's... That's good.
Thank you.
Ricardo, you know what?
It's such a special night tonight, don't you think, Brett?
It is, but you know what? Remember when I mentioned Tom Crabtree?
Right.
He has a birthday in November. I remember when he was on in 2012. You know what we did?
We did something special, didn't we?
You know what we did? We had a barbershop quartet come and sing to him
Yeah,
that
we did.
night. You know what? You know what? As they were saying that, I was regretting not looking for a barbershop quartet for this time around.
Well,
you know?
here's the thing, Brett. We got a pretty big crowd here. There's got to be some musically inclined folks here. Am I right?
You think so, Ricardo?
I know so.
What are the chances? I mean, you really think?
What are the chances that we'd have?
Tell you what. Let me just. I mean, I doubt it's going to happen, but
Okay.
let me just try it. By chance, is there anybody that's involved with a barbershop quartet? What? Are you kidding me?
Look at that.
And they're all together at the table? Do you have all 4 parts too? All 4? You're kidding me. It's almost like they were prepared for this, Ricardo. Well, come on up, guy. Do you mind? Do you know Happy Birthday? Do you mind singing to Kenny Clark? Well, yeah, I guess, Ricardo, I'll just hand it over to these guys right here. Take it away, guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kenny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's dope, man.
Hey, let me hold up, guys. Here, I'm going to hand this over to Ricardo real quick. How about another big round of applause? These guys are keys and chords. We have Ben Miller at tenor, Jan Berg at lead, Mike Keys Sr. at baritone, and Mike Keys Jr. at bass. They are members of the Fox Valley Airs Barbershop Chorus in Appleton. And give them a big Clubhouse Live round of applause again. Check this out. Fox Valley Airs, you want to get in the Christmas spirit, Ricardo. I love barbershop music. My dad was a barbershopper back in Stevens Point, but Fox Valley Airs has 2 Christmas shows coming up in early December. They have a dinner show on December 4th at 6:30 p.m. at Dreams Venue and Events in downtown Menasha. And then they're going to have a theater show on December 10th at 7 p.m. at the New Neenah High School inside its Performing Arts Center. Tickets and other information on Fox Valley Airs. And you guys are always looking for some new singers, right? You always want some new talent. It can be found online at foxvalleyairs.com. How about these guys serenading Kenny Clark tonight?
That was beautiful.
What do you think? You had a tear in your
That
eye,
was
Kenny
beautiful,
Clark.
man. That was beautiful right there.
There you go. You can wipe the tears off with that terrible towel right there. Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. How about the freight train here tonight hanging out with us and celebrating his birthday?
Appreciate y'all, always.
But before we sign off, Ricardo, we're going up north. We're predicting who's going to win that Packers-Cardinals game Sunday, Lambeau Field. You better say the right team, Ricardo.
No. Let me tell you something. You guys are in too much of a jovial spirit. I'm going to bring all this party vibe down. Packers lose against the Cardinals, Brett.
Wow.
Book it.
Wow.
Boo.
Kenny, what do you think about that, huh?
I think it's going to be a Packer win.
Yeah,
that's
well,
what I think.
that's what he thinks, and that's what I do.
Packer win.
Victory visor going on the head. I'm picking the Packers. How about 31-21? Now, we talked about Kyler Murray. He did rush for 83 yards and a score. That was a 50-yard touchdown run against San Francisco. Also threw for 195 yards and a TD. James Conner, the running back, also tough, 86 yards on 19 carries. Arizona forcing 3 second-half turnovers, but I think you guys are going to pound it on the ground offensively. I think that offense is going to continue to meld and finally hit their stride. I think Jordan Love's going to have a big game. I think these guys are going to have a few more takeaways, and I think the freight train, he's going to scoop and score, right? There's going to be a fumble, and he's going to be yelling choo-choo all the way to the end zone.
Yeah.
It all adds up. Another big win for Green Bay on what should be a beautiful fall afternoon at Lambeau Field. Take that, Ricardo. That's what we're saying. We're not ruining this party at all. We're going to keep celebrating after the show. Packers News app, though, what's that all about?
Well, I am a party pooper, Brett, but I'd like to let you know that with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team, that Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers, unlimited digital access to the Packers News app, and PackersNews.com. Brett, can be yours for as low as 99 cents for that first month. I say it every week. Please subscribe today, Brett, because we need that money.
We always do, right? Special thank you to our sponsors and friends. First, our two presenting sponsors again, Cellcom and Local IQ. We also want to thank our segment sponsor, Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. And finally, a big thank you to our supporting sponsors and friends. We have Shields, Escort Limousine Service, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, Mayfield Sports Marketing, Mike Thiel and Eric Lives here, Miller Lite, and the good folks here with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers and the Fox Club. Next week's show, same time, same place, 6:30 right here at the Fox Club. Don't know yet who will be here, but I will make that announcement on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Again, stick around for cake after the show and drawing for these two Miller Lite deck tickets. Does it get any better than this? Tell me another Packers show that does all this, Kenny Clark. Tell me another Packers show.
I don't know one. We're doing it big here.
I want you to say this is the best Packers show in the history of Packers shows.
It's the best Packers show in the history of Packers shows.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Hey, that sounds like a headline to me.
That sounds like a commercial. We're going to clip that out and make that a commercial. All right, in the meantime, Freight Train, you got the final word. What do you have to say to all these great Packers fans?
Let's bring the energy on Sunday so we can, smack on these Cardinals and go Pack Go. Let's do it.
There you go. Hey, for the Freight Train, for Ricardo, for Fox Valley Airs, right? Keys and Chords, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew. I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. Be back here next Monday night at 6:30 here at the Fox Club as we do celebrate a big Packers victory over the Cardinals. Again, I'll make the announcement on who the guest will be later this week. In the meantime, it's our unofficial mascot, Mean Gene. Take it away, Mean Gene.